I get a lot of pushback for this opinion. And this is my opinion that if you get pregnant and you're a single mother and it's out of wedlock or whatever, it's 99.9999% the woman's fault. I'll tell you why. As women, we have a million choices. We have 41 forms of birth control. We can require that the men we sleep with wear condoms. We can choose abstinence and to wait till we're married. We can also require marriage before sex. We can, if we don't do any of those things, you can get a plan B. If that doesn't work, you can get an abortion.
Oh my God, America, we have found the answer to all of our problems. Oh my God, somebody needs to get her into the Oval Office now. Yeah, no. If you don't know who this woman is, I wish I was you. This is just Pearly Things. I'm gonna just call her Pearl in this video because I'm not too fond of her myself. And if you can't tell by the 42-second presentation she just gave us about how if a woman gets pregnant, no matter what, 99.99999% of the time it's her fault. That's what you just heard, right? Did you enjoy the presentation? Because I didn't. I would have paused this video like 80,000 times in between. But before we even dig into why she was wrong on so many, for so many reasons, hit that subscribe button so you can become every single girl or guy on this planet's fantasy like me. Like the video and comment down below your take on her, because if you haven't seen her, I need to know what you think by the end of this video. And if you know her, then just go ahead and comment your take on her now, because I'm already blue in the first 42 seconds. Now, to address what this woman literally just said to me, just to address it, saying that it's a 0.0000001% of the time when it's a woman's fault, that not a woman's fault when she's pregnant, is fucking asinine. I can't say the word because we're on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure more than 0.0001% of pregnancies come from force. I'm pretty sure that force is more than 0.001%, and that seems to be the only thing that she made it clear, kind of without saying it, that it's not the woman's fault, but I think that it's a lot more than a millionth. Two, to put all the responsibility on women for getting pregnant in any scenario is pretty asinine. See me, I don't live in a world where these gender roles are so damn big and men must be masculine and women must be feminine. I think that that's childish. I think that we all live lives and we should all be able to do whatever we want. So I don't really care if you're gay. I don't care if you're trans. I mean, why would I care? Why does she care? Why do anybody care about this? Why can't we all just live our lives the way that we want to live it? That's how I look at it. And again, even if you do want to talk about this stuff, you shouldn't make a living out of it. Why should you not make a living out of it? Because nobody cares. Can we all be honest about that? I feel like the point of these whole dating things and the gender role conversations and the dating podcasts and the pick me side of TikTok, this is the biggest fucking pick me I done heard in my life. She's begging for men's approval. Am I wrong? I think the whole point of all this is just to argue because you're bored and you have nothing better to do. And you've made a career of upsetting your gender and appeasing men. That's what I've gotten out of this. But we've only seen one TikTok, and I don't want to go on a ramble after only 42 seconds. So we're going to continue to be on the pick me side of TikTok and see what else Miss Pearl has to say. Let's hear it.
Unfortunately, this is just the life of a woman. Because at the end of the day, even if you're a 10, let's just say you're the life of a woman that's a 10. At 40, you're not going to be a 10 anymore. You'll be like a 6 at best. Unfortunately, I don't say this with like happiness in my heart. But this whole idea that women are the prize, we're a depreciating asset.
Okay, objectifying women is crazy. And I'm not going to go on a lot of tangents, but if I do, I'm sorry. That just comes with being every guy's...
Daddy, chill.
Shit. Every girl's fantasy. Objectifying women such as yourself is crazy. And I feel like this logic is just backdoor as fuck. If women... I think that 18-year-old women should be compared to 18-year-old women. Or like, if you want to group it up, sure, 18 to 21-year-old women, that group should be compared to each other. I don't think a 20-year-old is even comparable to a 40-year-old as far as looks go. Because again, two very different things, two very different ages, and you'll never hear me say that an 18-year-old girl looks better than a 40-year-old woman or vice versa. Do I have my preferences because of what age I am? Sure. But I can bet you that when I am 40, I'm not going to be looking at a 20-year-old like she's attractive. Am I gay for that? Maybe. I might be gay for that. But all I know is that's not how I think. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other men out there that's over the age of 35 that isn't just out here trying to get some young chick. I don't like the ideology around that. It seems dumb to me. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I'm just different, but it seems stupid to me. And objectifying women and calling them an asset is crazy. Yeah, if you're a 10 at 21, you might not be a 10 at 40, but it's not because you age. It's not because you literally age like old, like 40-year-old women can't be 10. Like, the way she made it seem is like a 40-year-old woman could never be a 10, which is just objectively not true. Just like how it is very possible for someone that's a 10 at 18 to be a 10 at 40. I think that has less to do with aging and more to do how you take care of yourself, such as gym, such as taking care of it, like just such as hygiene, such as, I don't know, keeping yourself in a good space mentally and emotionally. I think these are all things that will keep you at a 10. I don't think just because you get old, your face may age, that you'll be ugly. I know it's not just me that's thinking this though, but like, this low-key feels now that might be a reach. It might be a reach. If it's a reach, I'm sorry. If it's a reach, I'm sorry. This is how I think. It seems kind of... It is like just swaying towards the whole ideology that older men want young, youthful women. Sorry. A 40-year-old man wanting a 20-year-old seems predatory to me. It just does. A 35-year-old wanting an 18-year-old seems predatory to me. I low-key feel stubborn about people that's 25 dating 18-year-olds. That seems predatory to me. I don't think, and if it is on a physical aspect that you're doing it, that's there's nobody on this planet that's over the age of 25 that's gonna find an 18-year-old attractive on a mental basis. Young, cute face, okay. Young, cute body, okay. But you don't just date people for looks. People aren't just getting married for looks or to date someone that's bad and submissive. I have a very hard time believing that. And if that is the case, then that person's shallow and they shouldn't be dating, period. That's just where I'm at with it.
I was thinking about the problems that women will talk about in their relationships. And I was thinking, and this was kind of like a concept I had to be red pilled on. If women are arguing with their husbands, that is the fault of the woman. Well, it's both of their faults. But the question is, why are you arguing with your husband? Now, this might sound crazy to those of you getting red pilled, but if you've heard your parents argue before, or your friends, or maybe you've argued, it's the woman's fault. No, it's the man's fault for putting up with it and not establishing, say, like boundaries in a relationship, that sort of thing. But when you think about it, if you have a boss that's arguing with an employee, the problem is the employee, like, they're not supposed to argue with the boss, they're supposed to follow orders even if they disagree. And that's the problem with women.
You know, comparing the relationship with a man and his woman to a boss and his employee is fucking asinine. It's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy. Am I gay? Am I sus? Because I want a woman with a backbone? What if I don't want somebody who's just gonna be submissive all the time and like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna argue. I'll delete my Instagram. What? Oh, I'll wash the dishes. I'll cook your meals. Some men like feisty. You understand? Does that make me gay? Am I gay for wanting a woman that will use her voice and talk? Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being submissive. There's a balance though. Do I want my girlfriend to obey sometimes, even sometimes more than she does now? Yes. Yes, I do. But if she did nothing but please me 24/7, I probably wouldn't be dating her. You know how fucking boring that is? I'm being your boyfriend to be your partner. A legit partner. Not so you can obey me and be my slave and just please me. How's somebody gonna help me with anything if they're too scared to argue with me? Who's gonna let me know that I'm wrong? The only person that should be letting me know I'm wrong is my girlfriend. And only her, everyone else is wrong. She's supposed to be the only one, but she's not even confident enough to argue with me when I'm telling her to do something like clean the dishes or clean up, even though I've been on my game or making YouTube videos all day. Why would I even expect her to do any of the things that I need from my best friend or partner? Stuff like this is really why I feel like people like this only exist for attention or like to argue. I don't even think that she believes half the shit she's saying. I think I might address that part of the video later after like maybe a couple more TikToks. It's no way she believes this.
It's always the bitch you got ran through. I'm sorry. It's never the guy. And she's always broken. What the fuck? Just call it what it is, bitch. Look it. You met Mr. Tall, Dark, and Handsome. It's like you were feeling him. That's like, you're human. It's okay. But so then the church is like on top of this. Let's give her a platform to talk to other women and market being a hoe. Get the hoes out of the church. They don't belong here.
I'm not gonna lie, you giving off mad insecurity right now. You seem mad insecure that you couldn't be the girl to get the tall, dark, handsome man. I'm not gonna lie to you, Pearl. I don't know if anyone else has ever told you this, but you seem mad insecure. And just not just that, just you just wanting men approval to this point is cringe. It's low-key making me despise you. This is not 1960 anymore. I guess that makes me feminine. Some men like this. Some men actually like a woman to argue. Some men don't care about high body counts. Not saying I'm one of them, but some men don't care about that stuff because it's childish. If you actually took thought process as far as body counts go, like if a girl loses her virginity at 16 and let's say y'all get married at 25 and she has 18 bodies. If you break it down a little bit, have sex with 2 people a year from the ages of 16 to 25, she'll get to 18. Does that make her hold fucking 2 different people in 1 year? I just don't believe in the double standards that women can't be held, but men can be. I think at the end of the day, it's everybody's choice of who they date and who they don't and how many people they choose to share their body with or whatever. But to be honest with you, her doing this is just cringe, and I have a very hard time believing that she genuinely and actually means this stuff. I don't really think it's possible that she deep down inside believes this stuff.
If you're a virgin on your wedding night, you have an 80% chance of a happy marriage. It drops down to 25% if you've slept with more than 5. Most guys would pray for 5 nowadays. And there's some studies that say as a virgin it's 60-70%. I know people will come for me on that, but the point is still the same. You're more likely to have a happy marriage if you're a virgin and if you slept with more than 5. It's like 5 to 7 seems to be when you're ruined as a woman. Statistic.
Ruined as a woman over a body count. I just want to say with this ideology that you're only 80% more happy and you're only guaranteed a happy marriage if you're a virgin is just fucking false. I just want to put that out there now that that's a fucking lie. And the idea of that even being a thing seems fucking crazy. I looked up some statistics myself. Math and statistics, EGF in the building. But we had to pull out the math and statistics when we have a dumb bitch like this talking to us. We had to. We didn't have no other choice at this point. We looked it up. How many people lose their virginity at 22? Why did I pick the age of 22? That's normal when everybody is graduating college about 22, start at 18. If you get married in between 20 and 24, only 12% of women that end up getting married are gonna be happy, are only gonna be happy in their relationship. And if they get, God forbid, if they get married in between the ages of 25 and 29, like a lot of people do, below 5% of women are gonna be happy. Below 5%. We can take this even deeper. What's the average age people get married? And then 27 to 29 and 25 to 30 for women. So with that logic, in between the 25 to 29 area, so only 5% of women, below 5% of women is gonna be happy, can have a guaranteed happy marriage. That statistic just seems broken. That's why I really don't believe in statistics. At the end of the day, you can turn a statistic into whatever you want to prove whatever points you want to. But just know that quantum size of women shouldn't be addressed or made the marketing point that everybody or every woman should stay a virgin until they're married, because of that tiny below 5%. And in that 5%, 80% of them make it. So about 3.5% of women that are virgins at the age of 25 to 30 is going to have a happy marriage. 3.5%. That statistic just seems broken to me and it seems dumb. I'm not gonna teach that. I'm not gonna spread that. I'm not gonna preach that to people over 3.5%. Sorry to break it to you, but most girls, like 60% of people don't leave high school a virgin. That's a statistic too if you want to read one up. I think that this is dumb in itself. I think the fact that people like this get a platform is dumb. If anybody here deserves a platform, it is me. You want me to spew bullshit to people? Is that what it takes for me to get a platform? For me to get thousands of subs and thousands of dollars and all these fans around me? You want me to say dumb shit to people? Is that what it takes? You want me to spread dumb shit? You want me to be a toxic masculinity man? Do I have to hop on this bitch with a full-grown beard, a bald head, jacked like a fucking lumberjack? Is that what I need to do to get approval from people? That's what I need to do. How about I be the man? How about I'm the vice versa of her? Because I know damn well that would give me clicks. What if I'm the feminine man? What if I become the feminine man that argues for women's rights? How about I do that? Would that be cool? Would y'all support me if I did that? Because people support dumb shit every day. I deserve all the clicks here, not some ugly white piece of trash like this. I deserve the clicks. Me, I am better than this. She isn't even proving any points. All she's doing is swallowing the red pills that the men give her because she, no matter how hard she tries, she will never be the ideal woman that somebody like Myron, Andrew Tate, or any of these Sneaker or any of these other red pill men want. So if you can't beat them, join them. But sorry to break it to you, Pro, no matter how hard you try, you will never be picked. The queen of the pygmies cannot get picked. We at the end of the second round and you still trying to make your case to get drafted. I don't think that somebody that looks like this should be telling me or any of these other women how to act or what to expect or what to think. You can read a million statistics to me. The statistic that I know is Hannah Pearly Davis is single at 27. Hannah Pearly Davis, despite all this sucking up that she's doing, all these rape pills and all the sperm that's on her face, still can't get a man. That's what I know. No matter how hard Hannah Pearl Davis tries, she just a pick me that can't get picked. That's the statistic, 1 out of 1. I don't know no other woman like this. So the statistic that I have, red pill women by the age of 27 won't be married. 100% fact. That's what I know right now. And I don't even have any more TikToks to show you. I think the fact that I just sat through about 5 minutes of this was asinine. You know what else I think is asinine? Hey, I went on her Twitter, right? Check me out. I'm bored. Twitter For You page. You know, I make commentary videos all the time. I'm arguing with people all the time on Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter, EGF.Ron. Check me out. So we all know Pearl posting dumb shit, because that's what Pearl does. She posts dumb shit. That's, you know, she talks about dumb shit on TikTok. Talks about dumb shit on YouTube. So, you know, your boy EGF saw her pop up on his Twitter timeline, and he had to do what he do. The same thing that I do on here is the same thing that I do on Twitter. I argue, I say my opinion, and I back it up with facts. But when I backed it up with facts, you know what I was faced with? I was faced with this. H. Pearl Davis has blocked you. Now, y'all may be asking, why would she have blocked you, EGF? She deals with hate on a daily basis. Why would she block you? Is it because you're every single girl on this planet's fantasy and you still wouldn't pick her? Whether you're the age of 18, 20, I could be 30 and I'm still not picking her. Do you think that's why? No, that's not why. She posted something saying it's your fault that you are fat. Full video. If you're new to Pearl, you don't know this far yet or what it is. But she goes on tangents attacking most people. She attacks the general population of women. Again, if you're not in statistics or if you're not in this social media field where it's commentary, you may or may not know this, but most people in America is overweight/obese. I think it's like a solid 80%. So when you say things like it's your own fault that you're fat, or you constantly post things on Twitter, start arguments like I went on my other account just to check out what she posted for this video. You know what I saw first thing I posted up? No, your wife should run the house. Shouldn't run the household. That's man's job. I only hear feminine men say this. Don't shoot the messenger. So you're trying to tell me that I'm feminine because I don't want the hassle of knowing what toilet paper I should use. I'm feminine because I don't want to yell at my kids about where they should be at or what they should be at. I'm feminine because I need my girlfriend to remind me to make up my bed. I don't think so. I think it's dumb. But you can see why I may or may not have responded this to her on Twitter. I'm 100% convinced you don't mean all that you say in tweet. It's just you being a pick me and wanting views. And that's a fucking fact. I'm gonna end the video here though, because I got a kid downstairs and I'm pretty sure my girlfriend's gonna walk in at any second and I don't need her yelling or hearing me yell about Hannah Pearl Davis. So I love y'all more than I love myself. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you. Like the video. Comment down below your take on this whole Pearl situation. And that's all I got to say. I'm out. Peace. Boom.